This is part 2 of how to use developer mode. This is the world I made in part 1. In this video I will take you through the settings of the world. The button in the upper right corner is to exit the map. If you tap exit, it will take you back to this menu. If you tap continue, it will continue the game. If you tap the settings button below the exit button, this menu will appear. You can change the map screenshot, enable or disable the inbuilt record function, which you simply use by tapping on it, and make the UI disappear. You can tap on the top right corner of the screen to disable the function. Other notable things you can do on this menu include hosting a multiplayer world and exiting the map. If you tap on settings, these basic settings will appear. These settings are on a world regardless if it is in developer mode or not. Up on top is the UID and player name. We can also toggle music and sound. Under that, you can control the volume and choose between first person, back, or third person view. You can also choose if you want health and damage bars to show. The last thing on this page controls the brightness. That was all in the basic tab. If you tap on the control tab, you can adjust the sensitivity and toggle invert Y-axis, auto jump, camera shake, lock N, or crosshair. Under that, you can choose if you want the classic mode of controls or the joystick mode. Next, we have the advanced tab. At the top, you can choose how far you want to see. The higher the setting is, the more powerful your device will need to be. You can toggle the auto set button and it will choose the best option for your device. Under that, you have fog levels and tree settings, along with the vibration toggle switch. Below that, you can toggle shade, reflection, and FPS limit, which limits your frames per second. You can also put in a terrain code if you want. Lastly here, we have others. Here you can toggle invitation pop-ups, map stability, developer tool, offline mode, follow permit, FPS, chat bubble, and pop-up by friend. You can move this developer tool anywhere you want. If you tap on it, this interface appears. Here you can become a developer. You can also access the object library, plugin library, resource center, trigger, script, store setup, and lastly, you can upload map. You can also access your quick toolbars. If you tap on the map, you can see the generated land around you as well as the date you created the world, the time in your world, your coordinates in the world, how high up you are, and the light level where you are. The button at the bottom of the map allows you to change your view. You can also turn off this developer tool if you want. Up on the top, there is a row of 5 buttons. If you click on the left one, it opens the resource center. You need to be verified as a developer to use the second one. The third one opens the plugin library, and the fourth one is to share. The second from the right leads to a different section of the resource center. The far right of the 5 buttons opens the developer tools. If you tap on it, you can instantly choose the best settings for the type of world you want. You also have the trigger and script sections. Up in the time settings, you can control what time it is, and if you want that time to stay the same or continue. Well, on the right side of the screen, in the world settings section, it is on time. If you click on weather, the weather settings will appear. You can choose between these different weather conditions. On the next tab, you can choose if you want monsters to spawn or not. In the gravity tab, you can choose how much gravity there is. You can also turn off fall damage here if you want. On the last tab in the world settings section, you can choose if you want vehicles to be able to be destroyed or not. All of these settings are for the game maps you create. In the player settings section, you can choose what players on your online games can or cannot do. Here you can choose player respawn settings. In the next tab, you can choose the life settings of the players. In the next section, you just control notification viewing and camera views. In the player attribute section on the first tab, you can mess with things such as attack, defense, and speed. In the next tab, you can choose what items players start off with. You can also choose if they can use custom models. In the very last tab, you can toggle starting level. I now have the speed applied.